Finger is numb again.
You're on.
My fingertip is numb again. Hi everyone, I am here at the Bible reading. I hope you're having a good day. So I got a few little things here. This circle of kindness is going to be for the Bible study today, but let me put that down there. But these I want to read to you guys for the Bible reading. What?
Nope.
You want to follow along?
Nope.
You can get started finding the pages. While you are every kind of beautiful. Man or woman or child. There's always something beautiful about you that no one else has. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not special. Don't ever let someone tell you you're ugly. God does not make ugly. And there is something very, very special about each and every single one of you. Even the most powerful storms pass. And we have been through some terrible, powerful storms, haven't we, Cheryl?
What?
We've been through some terrible, powerful storms, haven't we? You and I, you, Dottie, and I, we've been homeless, all kinds of things. But the storm passes. Keep your faith through it all. God will get you through while you're being tested by the devil. You do more than sparkle. You are remarkable. You, Cheryl, are remarkable. Irreplaceable is what you are. That is what you are, Cheryl. Irreplaceable. No one can take your place in my life. No one. No one better for you than, no one better for me than you. I was getting ready to say no one better for you than me. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Love fills. Open hearts first. Keep your heart open. Love will find its way. Some people are harder to trust than others because their hearts have been broken so much. But even the grouchiest people sometimes are really hurting on the inside, and they need to be loved. It's okay to give your to-do list a day off. Take a break. This is Sunday. Do not work on Sunday. Hope is always favored to win against doubt. Always hope. I know sometimes you're awful and you're just going to doubt. You know, this, like the Bible says, don't worry, but that's always been one of the things I've been very bad about. I worry about everything. I worry still, but not as bad as I used to. But we know it's hard, don't we? None of us are perfect. Jesus is perfect, none of us are. And Jesus knows that. He was on this earth with us. He knows what humans feel like, you know. You make real life magic happen. Every day you meet challenges head on. Defeat obstacles, solve problems big and small, and get things done. Every day you do something that makes someone give thanks for you. And do more than a little good. All without a wand. You don't need one because you are you. You say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, but just a little bit each time, and keep on trying, it'll get done. It may take you longer, like a day or two longer than it does some people that can get it done in 10 minutes. But hey, it's getting done. At least you're trying, and it will get done. Not everybody works at the same pace. Everybody has different abilities. Some people, you know, are disabled and they're hurting and they just can't, you know, do stuff as fast as, you know, a young, healthy person or something, you know. Okay, so today we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 27, verse 32 through 66, Psalm 34, verses 1 through 10. So we're starting Psalm 34. We won't be finishing it today. And Proverbs chapter 9, verses 7 and 8. next month I'm going to try to be able to go to the dentist and get my impressions done. I'm really hoping to have some chompers for my birthday in July. Let's hope. Next month is our anniversary. I'm hoping we get to go because it's a ways from here where I got to go to the dentist, and last time we had to turn around and come back because the weather was bad and our vehicle, the thing on it, I don't know what the thing's called, but the vehicle was just like jerking her over the road and stuff. I forget what that thing was called. When that thing stops, it'll do that, but then, you know, you turn the car off or whatever, then it might not do it again. But hopefully we'll go on a pretty day next month, and hopefully I can get my impressions started for my chompers, so I'm able to bite Sherm again. Okay, I try to make him laugh, but okay, so let's get down here to Matthew. We'll be talking about the crucifixion of Jesus, and the death of Jesus, and the burial of Jesus, and the guard at the tomb. Okay. So with our last reading, we kind of missed a little in between there, where they was torturing Jesus more before they crucified him. Where they flog him and everything. And they have so many different kinds of whips back then that if you look them up, you'll see some had like barbed wire like stuff on them. Others were like leather or whatever. I mean, some of them would like have things on them where they'd rip your skin off when they were hitting you. Whatever's the most torturous way, you know. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross, because at that point, from all the beatings and everything, Jesus was too weak to carry the cross. We're talking about a big wooden cross that you hang people on. Imagine having to carry that, you know, on your shoulder. I'm carrying my death, basically. But he's too weak after all they done to him. So they got a guy named Simon to carry it for him. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of a skull. And that's where they crucified him, outside the city. There they offered Jesus wine to drink mixed with gall. But after tasting it, he refused to drink it. He was thirsty and they couldn't even give him any water. They were torturing that way as well, by making him try to drink disgusting stuff so they can laugh at him more. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots, and sitting down they kept watch over him there. Above his head they placed a written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. And Pilate had that put on there. And the Sadducees and the Pharisees and teachers of the law, they said, don't put on the sign that he is the King of the Jews. Put that he said he is the King of the Jews. And Pilate said, what I have written, I have written. And he wouldn't change it. So it is, this is Jesus, the King of the Jews. I'm looking. That's getting right already. 2 rebels were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, You who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God. In the same way, the chief priests and teachers of the law and the elders mocked him. Of course, they think they're getting what they want by finally killing Jesus. But little do they know, right? I'm sure they know now, don't they? You know they know now. Okay, they mocked him. He said, he saved others, they said, but he can't save himself. He's the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now, if he wants him. For he said, I am the Son of God. In the same way, the rebels who were crucified with him also heaped insults on him. Well, you see here when it says he trusts in God. This is the teachers of the law and stuff saying that. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him. Isn't that who they believe in? Yeah. The high priest, they think he's the closest to God here on this earth. You're supposed to worship God. So why do they then say to Jesus, he trusts in God. Let God rescue him. Who do you think you're talking to? You know? In the same way, the rebels heaped insults on him. But it don't say, I don't think, no, about one of the robbers who was beside of him told the other one, you know, leave him alone. We are here because we have committed a crime, but he hasn't done anything. And he said, Jesus, please remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus looked at that guy on the cross beside of him and said, today you will be with me in paradise. And it was so. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came over all the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? When some of those standing there heard this, they said, he's calling Elijah. Why would he call Elijah? Immediately, one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him. Why would he call for Elijah's help? And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. He died. At that moment, the curtain of the temple, the church, was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook. The rocks split, like an earthquake. And the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, surely he was the Son of God. Many women were there, and we're talking about, Jesus' mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Martha, women like that, women who followed him. Many women were there watching from a distance. They had followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joseph, which was Jesus' mother as well. Those are two of his brothers. And the mother of Zebedee's sons. As evening approached, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who himself became a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for Jesus' body, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he had cut out of the rock, for himself when he died. He rolled a big stone in front of the entrance to the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting there opposite the tomb. The next day, The one after Preparation Day, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. "Sir," they said, "we remember that while he was still alive, that deceiver said," calling Jesus the deceiver, "the deceiver said, 'After 3 days I will rise again.' So give the order for the tomb to be made secure until the 3rd day. Otherwise his disciples may come and steal the body and tell the people that he has been raised from the dead. This last deception will be worse than the first." "Take a guard," Pilate answered. "Go make the tomb as secure as you know how." As secure as you know how. Do what you want to make sure that tomb does not open. So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a sill on the stone and posting the guard. And that's where we're stopping today with Matthew. But I tell you, when they crucified these three men, Jesus and the 2 thieves, one on each side, the Sabbath, I believe, they said the Sabbath was the next day, and they wanted, or Preparation Day, so they wanted to get this over with. You know, they didn't want to have them out there hanging on the cross still. So what they would do, if they were not dying fast enough for them, they would go and break their legs. Take sledgehammers or whatever they did, and break the legs of the prisoners to make them die sooner. Can you imagine? But Jesus, they broke the legs of the first guy, and they were going to break the legs of the other guy, and they came to Jesus. Remember, none of his bones will be broken. They came to Jesus, and they said he is already dead, and they didn't break his legs, but to make sure he was dead, the guard took his spear and stabbed it into Jesus' side, and blood and water poured out. And of course, Jesus was not alive. Okay, some of the books tell about different stuff, and you know, some are not so detailed. But you'll hear more detail in other books. Okay, so let's start Psalm 34, verses 1 through 10, of David when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he left. Father and Son. "I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. I will glory in the Lord. Let the afflicted hear and rejoice. Glorify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles." Yes, he did. "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Fear the Lord, you his holy people. For those who fear him lack nothing. The lions may grow weak and hungry, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing." Amen. And we will continue that tomorrow. That's where we're stopping today with that psalm. And we're ending today with Proverbs chapter 9, verses 7 and 8. 2 Proverbs. Seems like the farther you get in the Bible, the less Proverbs you get. Lots of times, not always. It always seems to start out with a lot and then slowly, gradually, you get like 1 or 2. "Whoever corrects a mocker invites insults. Whoever rebukes the wicked incurs abuse. Do not rebuke mockers, or they will hate you. Rebuke the wise, and they will love you." Remember, no good deed goes unpunished. And God does not like it when someone pays back pays evil for good. Somebody does something, you do something good for somebody, and they do something evil to you in return. God does not like that at all. Okay, where's my notebook? Oh, here it is. So our prayer requests, guys. Jesus. Okay. Sherm took my mom, Rhonda Karshner, who I asked you guys to still pray for. The lymph node test came back great. Nothing there that isn't supposed to be. But she's still going to have to do radiation every day for a while. So please keep her in your prayers. It's going to be really hard on her because she's wearing herself out every day, you know. She's always up doing something constantly. But Sherm took her to the funeral home to see our Aunt Marge, who passed away. Her kidneys failed. She had COVID and her kidneys failed. She was 80. But anyway, here's the card. And Margie Pearl Hemrick Betts. And that's there's her picture if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it there or not. But the Bible verse inside of it is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1 through 8. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. All right. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And Mom, you know, that's the last of her aunts and uncles on either side of the family. And Mom and Marge are very close. Mom said, I sure do miss him picking up the phone and just being able to call her, because, you know, they'd talk a lot all the time. And we'd go visit sometimes, you know, but I hadn't for a good while, but, you know, everybody's got their lives, but they talked all the time. And please pray for Marge's fiance, Neil. They were the boyfriend and girlfriend for many, many years. When I knew Marge, I knew Neil. They were always together ever since I was little and remember. And he's a wonderful guy. Please pray for him. I know he's going to be lost without her. Please pray for Sherm. His stomach is upset. He has diarrhea. So do I. But we have not been normal since we got COVID a year ago. So please keep him in your prayers, and he's been having bad headaches again. Please pray for Cindy and Jim Welsh, Layla and her son Emil. Layla, how are you and Emil doing? What's the weather like there? Layla lives in Finland, guy. Did you get my Christmas card, Layla? I sent you guys a Christmas card. I don't remember if you told me you got it or not. Please pray for Abby Myers. Abby is working now. Please pray for Jimmy Myers. Of course he's working. He's at work right now. Please pray for Danette Rager, Dora Carper, Elizabeth Jeffries, who I still have not found yet. Please pray for Danielle and Kennedy's family. The woman, if you've seen her on the news, that she was in her 20s. She had just given birth, and 2 days after, her boyfriend had killed her and then stole the baby, 2 days old. And he says he threw the baby in the Mississippi River, but we don't really know. They haven't been able to find a body. They've looked. Please pray for Lonnie Doles, Wendy and Jason White, Dean Deddy, our cousin who has leukemia. Please pray for Chris Caldwell, COVID. Please keep Jason Dempsey, our cousin, in your prayers. Him and Chris are best friends, so he's been exposed to COVID. And we would like to give you 2 GoFundMes if you would like to donate. Feel it in your heart to donate to Jason and Wendy White. It's in GoFundMe.com. Jason and Wendy White lost home to house fire. Their house burnt to the ground. And the person who put it up is Lacey Bishop. So, and theirs is under accidents and emergencies. And they have one also for Danielle and Kennedy, the mother and baby I told you about just a minute ago. Memorial Fund. And that's what it's called. On GoFundMe.com. Danielle and Kennedy Memorial Fund. So if you want to go there and donate to them, and please keep Betty Graham's family in your prayers. She passed away, and please keep the Burt family, our cousins, in your prayers, where our cousin Amanda, who was only 30, died of COVID just a couple months ago. So that is everything, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. I'm putting a Bible study up tonight, guys, so be looking for that, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye, guys. God bless.